Hi, I'm Tim Williams at Dwyer, Potter Injury Accident Attorneys. I'm the lead litigation attorney for our firm. I'd like to talk a bit about knee injuries and more specifically a PCL injury. To explain what a PCL injury is, let's take a look at the model. This is your knee. More specifically, this is your right knee. This would be the outside. This is the inside of the knee. These bones down here are your shin bones. This is your thigh bone up here, and this is your kneecap. And so when you walk and you bend your knee generally does this. As we know, your knee only goes so far forward so as not to hyperextend. Well, it's the PCL that keeps your knee from hyperextending. If we turn the knee around, you can see this little ligament on the inside of your knee right there. And if you see how it's attached, if I try to push the knee and hyperextend it, it stops it from doing that. And so a PCL injury is generally associated with a hyperextension of the knee. So if, for example, you're in a car and you're in a bad accident and the dashboard comes in and hyperextends your knee, you can actually tear that PCL right there. And that is, it can be a full tear or a partial tear, and there's multiple options in terms of what the doctors will do to address that. So if you have a PCL tear, what the doctors may do is, frankly, do nothing. If it's a partial tear, they may send you to physical therapy to strengthen your leg so as to take pressure off of the PCL and basically warn you to be careful and avoid frontal impacts with your knee. Don't stand straight-legged or don't lock your knees, things of that nature, so as to avoid any further injury and ultimate full tear of the PCL. However, if it's a full tear of the PCL, they may want you to do nothing if you're not very active, but more likely they may go in and actually remove the PCL itself and replace it with a ligament. Usually they go into your Achilles tendon and they use the tendon material and essentially construct or create a ligament where the PCL used to be. They'll use screws and attach that to the bones, allow that to heal, and that'll be sort of a fix. It's not going to be perfect. It's never perfect. You always have some complications in terms of continued laxity or looseness of the knee. It's more prone to further injury down the line, but it'll get you where you need to be in terms of being able to use your leg again. So that is what the doctors would do. Now, insurance companies, they like to take the position that PCL injuries aren't they're not very important, they're not very serious, and that's just not the case. If you can imagine any time you're prone to hyperextending your knee, which is painful, and it could be dangerous. Let's say you're carrying your kid or your grandkid and your knee hyperextends, you go to the ground. Well, we don't want that to happen because you might hurt the child. So it's things like this, the ways that your life's impacted because of the PCL damage that become important in your claim. Insurance companies want to brush over that. They don't really care, and that's where a lawyer becomes important.